Welcome back to another YouTube video. Time to talk about Raw and NXT. So Cody kicked off the show, talked about Brock for a little bit. Then Finn comes out. Ben's like, "Hey Cody, join Judgment Day." Cody's like, "No, they have a match later in the show. They have a match." Cody wins, obviously. So there's that all wrapped into one. Bloodline versus LWO. The Bloodline win because of course they do. Because the Usos have a tag title match on Friday, so why would they lose? Exactly. Is the LWO going to win some matches here and there at some point? Probably. Street Profits versus Cedric and Shelton. Street Profits beat Cedric and Shelton. Duh. And then, they might get broken up in the draft. Teams get broken up in the draft all the time. So they did that backstage segment, as you do. Triple H says there's a new World Heavyweight Championship. People wrongfully think that it looks like the big gold belt. No, it doesn't. The big gold belt had jewels on it, and it was bigger, and it was a different design. So, no, this isn't the big gold belt. Anyways, Damage Control versus Belair, Liv Morgan, and Raquel Rodriguez. Obviously, Damage Control loses here. By the way, the only reason they have a new world championship is because, one, Triple H signed off on the whole new belt design thing back before WrestleMania. And he's like, well, Roman negotiated himself a contract where he doesn't have to defend all the time. So here's your new world championship. Mustafa Ali versus Chad Gable. Mustafa Ali got a win in his hometown. Who saw that coming? Not me. Then we had Rey Mysterio versus Damian Priest as our main event, and it ended in DQ. Why? Because Bad Bunny came out, and Bad Bunny's like, "Hey, Damian Priest, since I'm not the host of Backlash anymore, I'll fight you in a street fight, 1-on-1." So hey, I'm cool with it. Bad Bunny is gonna beat Damian Priest, so that's fine. Damian Priest will be fine. Losing to a celebrity is never the end of anything. Um, NXT Grayson Waller versus Carmelo Hayes wasn't the main event, by the way. The main event was a women's match. That was fine. The women's match was all right. The NXT Championship match was, I'd say, better than the women's match. Not like neither match was bad by any means, but anyway, yeah, Carmelo Hayes retains and Indy Hartwell retains. So those are your big two big title matches. Pretty Deadly versus the Family, which Tony D'Angelo and Stacks. Tony D'Angelo and Stacks win. Why? So they could throw Pretty Deadly in the ocean later. And that's basically why they won. Um, is Pretty Deadly going to main roster? Probably. You're not just gonna write them off NXT TV and then have them come back, right? I mean, you could. I don't know. Braun Breaker beat Andre Chase. Duh. By the way, Braun Breaker got called out by Carmelo Hayes. So Carmelo Hayes versus Braun Breaker is happening at uh, NXT Breaking Ground? No, Battleground. Sorry. NXT Battleground. Carmelo Hayes versus Braun Breaker. And anybody could have seen this coming because Braun Breaker's on the poster for the promotion, the promotional material for the next NXT pay per view. So there you go. That's what he's doing. Cora Jade versus Lyra Valkyrie. Cora Jade beat Lyra Valkyrie. Um, Cora Jade could go up to main roster, I guess. I don't know. Guess we'll see what happens there. Um, Carmelo Hayes and Grayson Waller talked about that. Then we had Brooks Jensen and Kiana James versus Josh Briggs and Fallon Henley. The end result is literally all that matters, but it also kind of doesn't because, like, Josh Briggs and Fallon Henley win. Kiana James says, "We're done," to Briggs Jensen. And then Briggs Jensen just goes back and he's like, all right, we're cool again. So they're gonna be a tag team again. Cool. Um, Joe Gacy's gonna fight Joe Coffey next week. If Joe Gacy wins, the Dyad gets a tag title shot, another tag title shot, I should say. And if Joe Coffey wins, then the Dyad will never challenge for the tag team championships as long as Gallus is champion. Joe Coffey's gonna win, obviously. Obafemi versus Oromensa. Obafemi wins his debut match, so of course he's gonna win. Well, I wouldn't say of course, but everybody should win their debut match, right? That's what you would assume. That people should win their debut matches, and Obafemi did. So all right, well, I've talked about the triple threat women's match. Women's match was good. Indy Hartwell kind of got injured a little bit and then, worked through it, retains the championship. Work injury? Probably. It's not a shoot. Couldn't possibly be. She wouldn't have came back if it was a shoot injury. She wouldn't have came back in the match. Wouldn't happen. Anyway, that's everything. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. See you guys later. Happy wrestling, everybody.